Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Dwarfs Let's Play as Belagar Ironhammer and Clan Angrund. Now, first thing I'm going to say here is I've actually added a couple of mods to my game. The community hotfix list, which I will be, both of these I'll be linking in the comments, by the way, if you want to use them yourselves. Obviously, if you're watching this in 6 months' time, don't bother. With that one, certainly. The other one is I'm using a no great power penalty mod, so I won't have any aversion from other factions for being a great power. I just prefer that balance-wise, because I always feel that you get big. Well, yes, people would not necessarily like you because you're a big power. At the same time, they'd be a bit more worried about you because you're a big power. Anyway, guys, the first thing I'm actually doing here is I think I've been a little bit too...
I will do as you ask.
What's the word I'm after? Can I get
You have a proposal? We are
I would
willing
like
to hear it.
military access through these guys. They will not accept it. Basically, I think I've been a little bit too previous with jumping over here. While I like having territories over here, I'm not sure it was a good idea at this point, because he's still there. I still have gobos behind me, and I want to go and I want to make sure that these guys are dealt with, because the Empire is having its own struggles as well. These guys have two big stacks here. So I want to make sure they're dealt with before I push on. So, actually I want to get here leveling up. No, I just want to turn around. I want to get rid of Skarsnik. Once Skarsnik is dealt with, I am very much more secure at home. So that really does help me out. Okay, let's end turn. So he's going to keep pestering Skarsnik, which will also help the Empire out to an extent. Because the Empire aren't necessarily in the best position, because they do have a lot of wars going on. Now, the real question is, do I take it? It does give me a source of marble, which is nice, and does give me a unique building chain. However, this place isn't the best place for dwarves, so it is only -1. So, but it is more expensive to use, and I don't get as much... you know, certain things take a lot longer to build. However, it's not necessarily the worst place to have a dwarf settlement. Oh, I thought I'd already clicked end turn there. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I'm probably going to lose Doc Karaz, but that's not a huge amount I can do about that. Hopefully the dwarves will keep it relatively safe. I'm just really worried the dwarves are going to take Karakate Peaks before I get a chance to. I actually kind of want the orcs to become ascendant and powerful and start pushing the dwarfs back. Basically, there's a battle of confederations going on around here as different factions confederate with each other for who wins. And the vampires quite regularly go to war with the dwarves as well, which could really strain them. So we've got one of the dwarf shamans here. You can tell by his wings, or fake wings. I don't know if they're real or fake. I'm sure somebody who knows the lore will probably say in the comments. But, you know, they are getting quite big. I want to keep an eye on them.
For clan honor.
Let's assault some units. A success! So the Thane has successfully impaired Skarsnik's army and escaped unscathed.
No chance. Nah.
True king. On my way.
I'm going to bounce back into here. Okay, extra powder to buff up our units a bit more.
I am ready to parley. I hope your words are wise.
Gonna offer you another payment just to keep things going, because I want to keep getting them positive until I can get a trading agreement with them.
The throng is mustered.
It's a little dangerous constantly attacking them, but it's also quite fun. The only thing is if I get a critical failure, I will potentially lose that unit, and he is not immortal. So there you go, that's the good thing. The orcs and the dwarves are fighting, so they're kind of leaving my little new territory alone, which is getting me a little bit of extra income. If I lose it, I lose it. And this is why I'm coming back, guys, because you can see they've just had an army push forwards there. So I need to take them out. That's Skarsnik himself moving after me, so actually doing this is quite... Getting my army back is going to help me out here. And we're going to finish off Skarsnik before we do anything else, guys. So that'll help us out massively, actually. That'll put us in a much stronger position to push forwards, because we won't have to worry about our flanks at all. We'll be able to push into the Badlands while we know we're relatively secure at home. You can never guarantee you're completely secure, but it will make us much, much safer. And we'll probably drop in further down in the Badlands, actually. Ooh, now do we want a migration? It ups growth, but it gives us negative public order for 3 turns. That's a lot of growth, though. I'm going to take the growth for the moment. That's going to be bad in this territory, however. I might even stop taxing here. I will get no income. I'm just going to get what I can out of there while I can. I'm having a little bit of negative here. It's not a huge negative, however.
Greetings, stranger.
We are improving. Let's try another payment.
All right.
That's pushing me up to 37.
Affirmative. Indeed.
Hopefully we'll be able to push a trade agreement for them soon, which will hopefully keep that going up all the time. That is a lot of money I've just spent, I do know that, guys.
Leaving.
Right, let's Zerg over there.
What?
You can hit one of these. When he's out of cash as well, he can just keep chasing to scout them. Oh, the Empire do have another army here as well, which is nice. And they've got a big army here in Karak Norn, so they might also move down and help out. But I've got a feeling Grimhold is lost. I might be able to get... Oh, now the question is... I'm going to be a bit naughty here. I'm going to jump in behind these guys. They might intercept me, which means I'll get a chance to smash them. But if I jump in behind them, I can almost force them into Grimhold. And if they take Grimhold, I can then always turn around and attack the other way afterwards. Sorry, I can always smash their army in Grimhold, which would be potentially beneficial for me. Come on, Orkies, fight back against the Dwarfs. I shouldn't be encouraging the Orcs to beat the Dwarfs, but at the moment I don't want the Dwarfs to be doing well. I want the Dwarfs to be suffering so that I've got a chance to really take on the Orcs myself and get Karakate beat. Otherwise we will have to have it a war. Okay, we just gained another grudge. We need to defeat Skarsnik. Okay.
Ready. It shall be done. I'm going.
That's perfect. I'm right in behind him there.
Yes. Target these
Assault his army.
splitters.
Failed, but
I am ready to parley. I hope your words are wise.
you guys are a pain to deal with.
I don't agree.
I'm half tempted to go take on Telia after this, but I really don't want to border with the Skaven. No, I'm still not taking a non-aggression pact with you guys. You're friendly enough with me at the moment. I'm kind of scared by the idea I have to go to Warhammer. Okay, so we've got a nice battle here, so we should be able to... I'm going to fight this one. Should be a nice, easy victory for us. Then we're going to turn around and we're going to push back towards the towards their remaining settlement, and we're going to get that one captured and under my control as well, if we can. Assuming we do it before somebody else does.
Ready to fight.
Okay, we're going to have to push forwards here.
Runes of smiting upon them.
Thought I lost my hammers for a second then.
Runesmith.
Okay.
Grudge thrower.
Unfortunately, I am going to have to push forwards here. Oh no, we've got Vanguard deployment again. I'm not sure I'm meant to be getting Vanguard deployment in these situations, guys. I'm not complaining about the fact, I just find it a little
For mountain and home.
odd.
For the cannons encore. Gears of Sapphire.
Right, let's get out of this hole in the ground. Because they get a bonus charging at me if I'm on the ground. Sorry, if I'm downhill, they get a bonus when they charge against me.
Move now. Wait, demand blood. Dwarf warriors.
Get my Thane in there, let's get you guys moving around. Let's get a counter charge on here.
Attack the earth. For the ancestor god.
Ooh, let's get on that spider. I forgot they had a giant spider.
We are relentless. It is an order.
Let's get all of my ranged onto that spider.
Come down. Get my tools.
My Thane can slam into their range, and my hammers can slam into the back of these guys.
Go! Scoff! Nothing can stop us!
These guys can hammer into the back of those night gobbos.
Zulrika!
Thane can get a nice buffer. Where are you? You are chasing nicely. Let's turn into these guys. Okay, we've nicely got these guys surrounded. We're hammering that spider.
We demand blood! Anew!
You guys can turn and face into them.
Dwarfs ready access! Dwarf warriors! They have wronged us!
Keep on that spider.
The next kill is ours! Drive them! They have wronged us!
As soon as he's broken, let's turn on this bit, because we're suffering there.
Going now! Die! Dummy! Attack!
Let's hammer some more guys over here. We're breaking them there now. Let's start hitting their ranged.
Send the axe! They have wronged us! Anew! Hammer in!
Keep the pressure on as they retreat, guys. Don't let up.
Attack! Understood! Hammer in!
Where's my Thane? He's a little over-engaged, actually. Let's pull him back. Let's get back on that giant spider. They are not breaking. These, because it's an unbreakable unit.
Dwarf warriors! It is a reckoning! Axes out!
Fold in a bit. Actually, no, let's keep on them. You guys can fold in. Get Belagar on Skarsnik.
Our fire undim. Aye.
Let's keep this rolling.
Move to
At
attack.
this point, it's about keeping everything moving, keeping the attack moving. As much as we can, anyway. Skarsnik's dude is surprisingly tough, actually. Let's get this Thane out of here, actually.
Let's settle some grudges. Fire on the foe.
No, you are retreating, Mr. Thane. And we've cracked them. Okay, so these guys do still take quite a lot of damage in some occasions, but it's bog standard physical damage. I think quite a lot of these guys do poison damage, which really doesn't help, especially their archers. So it's slow damage. You can see my Thane there took a lot of damage. Belagar's on 59 kills. This guy, my engineer, I don't know about the engineers. I always find them a bit odd. I don't generally recruit them because I got this one for free. I could take the gold, but I want I don't want to lose the replenishment rate. And we are going to finish him off, and then we're going to pressure into his last settlement. Basically, we're going to try not to give him a chance to recoup because Gobbos do. Like Skaven, they can push out armies of Gobbos, and Orcs can. They can push out armies quite quickly. So while they might lose armies, they can get away with losing armies. Not as much as Skaven. Skaven can afford to lose army after army after army, and then they'll just come back. You know, you'll wipe out their entire armies, and within 3 or 4 turns, they'll have 5 or 6 stacks left. The issue is they have, though, is their stacks are full of chaff units. Got another. We've lost a rogue army and we've gained another rogue army from the looks of it, because I'm sure I saw one earlier. Okay, so we've succeeded in our first quest for the shield. Now they want us to kill or wound 1 character.
Wrong is mustered. True king of 8 peaks. You have my hammer.
And we have a grudge to defeat him. Oh no, we completed that grudge. And we've got the Peak Gate Guard, and we've got some rangers with great weapons. That's nice. We can pull into here for a turn to get a bit more regen. And we're buffing up our guys. We'll also... That's ranger units. We can get extra damage for the ranger units, which is good. Keep buffing my Thane. I might actually start upping his defense a bit, because some of these guys are taking a little more damage than I would like. I'm also going to throw missile resistance onto them, actually. Would get something new. I can get him a fireball. I now have a Thane with a fireball. It's probably not the most sensible thing, but it's funny.
By the king's command.
Okay, and we've got some more regiments of renown, but I'm not going to bother them at the moment. Let's get my walls up in Zarksil first. This is useful because it increases my trade, but for the moment...
Greetings, stranger.
They still won't trade with me. And unfortunately, I've got very limited trading partners still at the moment. Okay, so we're going to regen for a second, but we're not going to, get ourselves going. And see, this is what's really annoying me, because I'm actually going to start struggling to recapture 8 peaks, because the Dwarfs are going to hold it. If I'm not careful, and I'm going to have to wander through Dwarf lands to get there. So I might even have to take a... non-aggression pact with them just to try and get a bit more friendly with them, but we'll see how things go, because I want military access for them at this rate, which means I will need that non-aggression pact, because at least if I get military access I can walk through them to push towards Karakate Peaks. I imagine Karakate Peaks is quite well held though. Okay, they want us to perform an action in against that region, so let's get you heading back over here, actually.
Revenge incarnate.
Do a little merging. It's a very good hammer unit, but I don't want it. I'm going to grab these guys. So my rangers do actually do more damage, but they have less ammo. They are slightly cheaper. This is buffed up though. I'll compare the base ones when I can.
By my hammer it will be done. To battle.
And we're going to push down towards Skarsnik now. No, because I want to keep growing my settlements, and we can actually get our next level of this in Karakizor, so we're going to do that soon as well. And once we've taken here, we might be able to get a trade agreement with the Empire, which would be nice. I would like to get a few trade agreements out if I can. And this territory will be, actually no, there's these guys still here as well, but we'll be in a much stronger position, and we'll hopefully be able to start doing a bit more campaigning in the Badlands. Though we will have to see, because again, it's a tricky situation to be in because I'm fighting so far away in the Badlands. Which is another reason. There is somebody who was putting together a mod, I don't know what happened for it, where you'd actually start as a horde.
What?
Which did sound like an interesting idea.
Our ancestors would be proud.
Okay, so it's quite a big army here. Actually, no, that should be an easy auto. Just doing a quick cheeky save. So we've seen what it does a couple of times, and there you go. That should have been an easy auto, but actually it threw a lot more at me than it was saying. So sometimes those autos don't seem to go as well as they say. And I believe, oh, they've still got one more army up. But we've nearly finished off the Crooked Moons now, guys. So one more turn and we should have the Crooked Moons finished.
I will listen, but my time is short. Empire's blessings, yes!
Oh, they're actually at war with the Empire, so that might not have been the best idea.
The Empire. It is good to see our allies of the mountains.
We still can't trade with them. We can't trade with any of them because it's not directly connected to me, is it?
Yes.
Ah, grumble, grumble, grumble.
Greetings, stranger.
Why is this going down? I've been throwing money at you.
True king.
Right, let's start leveling here up. Unfortunately, if Telia doesn't start being friendly with me, it's probably signed its own death. Telia might be signing its own death warrant at the moment because I'm getting fed up of them being annoyed at me the whole time. I don't even have a non-aggression pact with them, so there's no reason for me not to wander in there and just trample all over them. I think I won that. And that is the Crooked Moons gone, guys. So that is a really good buff for us. So I think we're going to go down, we're going to stamp on Telia's face. We'll look how powerful they are first, but basically I'm fed up of Telia, so we're going to go and hit Telia, and then we'll we'll send an invasion to the bottom end of the Badlands and push up from there. towards Karak 8 Peaks, and we'll try and make a lightning push. Well, not necessarily lightning, but we'll make a push for Karak 8 Peaks. Again, I'm a little worried about having the Skaven on my border, but so long as I've got a good solid garrison there, that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
True king of 8 peaks. Very well, I will do as you ask.
I don't want to go through the Empire territory if I can help it.
Nation calls.
This place should sort itself out relatively soon. I'm probably going to need to, once this place grows, I'm going to need to get something else in here. I'm more surprised I've still got here, guys.
Iron hammer.
Okay. Orcs Bane, melee attack for the army while fighting against greenskin tribes. Also buff up my rangers to make rangers do more damage. And now let's have a look at something. I can't do global recruitment here. I'm going to save doing that until next turn, and we're going to check the damage for rangers and our normal guys, because I want to work out what's the better unit to have. Let's make him hard to hit. I'm going to start buffing him up a bit more at the moment. You are moving over here as quickly as you can, aren't you? The other people I do and probably going to end up going to war with relatively soon is the vampires, simply because they are annoying. They're in an annoying position, guys. They're not somebody necessarily... they're potentially causing issues for other people, certainly the Empire. However, I quite want... Oh, hang on, are the vampires there? I really hope that's not the vampires there, because I can see a dark colour. And that would mean the vampires have already pushed really far out. And as I've said before, the vampires do seem to be ridiculously powerful in Mortal Empires. They seem to really splurge over the Empire very early on. So I do want to help the Empire if I can against them. Does make playing the Dwarfs a little trickier, because obviously you've got to deal with them as well. Let's take the tribute. Oh, but the growth is always nice for 4 turns. No, I've got places which are having issues, like here at the moment, so I can't afford to do that. Let's pop this one into... Oh! No, growth to start with until we get here in order. We can increase our untainted with other buildings later on. Right, first thing to do here... Right, we'll do this the other way. So, Quarrelers have... So they've got a lot more armour, their leadership is better. What's the range? 160, so the range is the same, and the damage... Quarrelers actually have more base damage, so let's just double check that. No, 21... and 21. So they both have the same base damage as each other. The only real benefit is with the is that these guys are slightly cheaper as well, and I can buff up their melee, their missile damage with my lord. So that might be worth me having rangers in his army, because I can get quite a big buff for them. Vigor reduction is quite nice. Let's have a look up here. So that's his aura size. Iron Drakes, cannons, flame cannons, and organ guns. That's good. And it makes rangers cheaper as well long run. So rangers are definitely going to be something I'm going to want to go for. However, this is what we wanted to start with. We might go down there later on. That is quite nice when I'm fighting the green screen tribes, however. Let's go down there because we are going to be fighting the orcs again soon.
So Rickard, our ancestors would be proud.
Let's do a little bit of merging. I know I'm losing veterancy, but I'm also making it slightly cheaper for me for a turn here. What will this be? This will be Stone Quarry, won't it? However, we've also got things down here. So we've upped our armour. And that's good if we're going down the Rangers route. We don't have long beards yet. Dwarfs with hand weapons. Upping my weapon strength. That's straight up very good. Where else do we buff up Rangers? Is there anywhere else we can buff up Rangers up here? I'm going to push down the public order route for now. Oh no, that's very good. So we're going to push through this way for the time being. We'll keep changing our mind and we'll get somewhere eventually.
Yes.
It's end turn. He's going to get down to Erkun soon, so we'll be able to perform an action down there. And we'll see how big the dwarf's getting. The Empire is struggling. Actually, no, the Empire's still quite powerful. I hope they're not performing actions on my towns, though. Again, I'm still a little concerned with how big the dwarfs are getting and how quickly they're expanding, because I've not been able to expand with them as much, and maybe I should have thrown myself at Skarsnik earlier before pushing over. The question is now, do I deal with Telia? Do I go to war with Telia and try and stop them, or do I just go straight over to the Badlands? The issue is I think I'm going to have to end up throwing money at Telia to keep them on side. Whereas if I just crush them, I'll gain a lot more income. And I can get in here. The issue is, Telia might not be as easy to crush as I think. Because they do tend to have quite a lot of power. And I will then have a border with the Skaven. I think I just kind of answered my question, didn't I?
Deliver your message.
Though they are deteriorating very quickly, simply because I've got treaties with the Border Princes.
What?
Whereas the Border Princes...
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
...are annoyed because I keep trespassing on them.
Ready.
Well, no, we're going to take the missile resistance.
Iron hammer. You have my hammer.
Welcome, friends of the Dowie.
Get a defensive alliance with them. Doesn't get us military access.
All right.
So what I really want... Ooh. Oh, they won't actually accept it. They definitely won't join my confederation.
Lord of the Angrund.
Telia or back to the Badlands? Let's have a look what's actually captured over here.
Ready.
So actually there are definitely still places to be taken over there, and I could potentially cut the dwarfs off. Let's walk up to this border then.
It shall be done. To battle.
And let's end turn. Okay, and we will actually be ending this one at the end of this turn, guys, because I'm starting to do my usual thing of going over where I expected. Oh, and there you see the dwarfs are now attacking where I was going to look, guys. Typical. That doesn't mean there won't be other places for me to take. I am just a little concerned about the Humies down here. However, I've got good walls, so I can defend if worst comes to worst. And we can always pull back relatively easily to deal with them. Dwarfs on a wall don't fall. You know, if I've got a nice wall in my settlements to offer a good solid defence, I can hold. And even if I lose one place, they'll take so much damage doing it that it's not going to be too difficult for me to deal with. What I do need to do, however, is get walls here.
One's air.
I am ready to parley. I hope your words are wise.
Highborn.
Issue is I can't get through their territory in one move. They do still like me, whereas these guys
Greetings. We
are
may not be
beginning
the
not
Empire,
to.
but our realm has riches and strength.
I'm going and killing them first, guys. It just makes more sense for me. It secures my border from somebody who is potentially going to be hostile to me. Will hopefully help keep the border princes, and it means I've got a sea route over as well.
Very well. I will do as you ask.
Forwards! By the King's command.
Does potentially mean I'm not going to get Caracate Peaks as easily, but it secures me, and I mean, while I can't have as many armies, my armies do cost me more, it doesn't stop me having armies at all. I really hope you don't capture there, because that's really going to mess up my grudge. What do I need to do? I need to assassinate a character from the Greenskin Tribes as well, so I do need to be careful with what I'm doing. Oh wow, they were at war with the Greybeard Prospectors. That's odd, because I wouldn't even have thought they'd have had contact with them yet. Actually, taking here will give me access to a lot of other factions, and it will get me a port, which really will help me trading. I'm just worried about the Skaven. However, I can take that Skaven place. Skaven Blight is actually a good settlement for me, so
On to vengeance.
knock that over and get some extra money going out here. This army is 4,000, and this is a basic army. We're going to push against here relatively soon. And I can always take Skaven Blight, and that's a very solid settlement for us.
Aye. Begone. The throng is mustered. For clan honor. Punish the grudge makers.
I need to find some a greenskin to go and attack. Oh, I hope the Empire take Nuln, because that'll be useful, because that might still get me a trade agreement. Oh, I said I was going to end this, guys, so I'm gonna stop this one now, because we're almost at 40 minutes. I said I was stopping it, and then I got completely drawn in. You can see that I enjoy the Dwarfs by that, guys. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. So my next plans are to push down into Telia, get Telia conquered and secured for myself, and then we're going to try and the Dwarfs lost somewhere, and then we're going to try and push back in to the Badlands and push towards Carrack 8 Peaks. My only worry is I've got a feeling we're going to end up going to war with the Dwarfs, and if that happens, I'm probably going to avoid going that way. I'm not taking any Chaos Corruption. I'm not going to go that way. Oh, we have a Bray Herd somewhere. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching.